Hey. You know what's so interesting about this is I finished my last video and then I hit pause, not pause, forgive me. I hit stop on both and my recorder and the phone, the camera, and then I hit play again. And then I come back with all this energy like it's a whole new day because I'm not going to be posting these videos back to back. They may be a week apart, you never know. So I need to act like that. I need to act like it's a full new day even though I'm wearing the exact same clothing. So we are going to be talking about something that I have written down in my most favoritist of notepad paper. The first pad I got was when I was 17. Si, senor. 17. Loved it. Went through it. This is the second pad I got. And I love having this stuff. So we're going to talk about, because we're in chronological, my throat. This happened 2020, not 17, maybe 18, 19, 2019. It happened in 2019 in a February. Yeah. Yep, I was in school, college for music business, and I'm just looking out my window because I can't think when I look directly in someone's eyes or directly in a mono lens or a single lens. And it's also just absolutely gorgeous outside. It's fall, there's beautiful layers, it's gorgeous, reds, yellows, greens, and blues, including the sky. So, and I like to think that way. 2019, I was setting up the stage for Global Celebrations School called GCSSM and at Life Center. And I was setting up the stage for the band that night. I had been doing it for a while. A while. Right. I'd been doing it for maybe half a year. And I started doing it because I took a course at Hack. I don't remember what it was, but we needed to do a 15-hour internship. And I decided to do it at my church, or the church, Body of Christ, just a little piece, at Life Center. And they did this school, Global Celebration did a school every Monday and Tuesday that had a band, and they needed an audio person. I'd never done that before. And so I shadowed Luke Viazzi, brilliant teacher, if I do say so myself, and he had been mixing for a couple years, and I just kind of like stood by, shadowed him. Eventually he stood by me and oversaw what I did, the faders I pushed and the adjustments I made, and he stood there with a solid fist and an iron rod to correct me when I wronged the sound. He told me to hold out my hands, and he thwacked me. Just kidding. Very personable person, Ryan Viazzi. So anyways, he taught me how to run that board in there, and not only that, but also patching, all of this stuff. And patching is what I was doing when this life-changing moment happened. And I don't say that in any small way. I was patching, which is just hooking up cables to each other so that they follow the right signal flow to the board so that things are coming in the right way. And you can hear the guitar and you can hear the vocalist because they're coming through the right signal path. And I was patching and I was listening to a man called Avi. I don't remember his last name. He used to be the bass for Pentatonics, and he did his solo stuff. And so he was singing this song, and he's a bass. I am also a bass. I can sing like this. So you're welcome. And so I was singing like as loud and as low as I could, just like him. Later finding out that singing loud and low creates a lot of connection with your chords, your vocal cords. Your vocal cords are they're not actually chords. They're two folds of skin that vibrate kind of like this. This is an awful example. I'm not teaching you about the autonomy of the larynx. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to explain there are two folds and they vibrate back and forth. When you sing low, they vibrate slower and with a lot more mass. When you sing high, they vibrate quicker with a lot less mass. So when you sing low, you're physically, not that you can feel your larynx, you cannot feel your vocal folds when one gets a little bump in it or something wrong happens, you can't feel it. When they're unhealthy, you can't feel it. You can hear it. I'm not getting into that. When 6 minutes already. 7 minutes. Just turned 7 minutes. And I'm going to edit it down so it won't be 7 minutes long. This is good. And so I was stressing my voice, to say the least. I was doing a lot of, taking an online vocal course, singing a lot, and every day. And really pushing as high as I can go, as low as I can go, not working at all on a very, probably most important part of your voice, which is the comfortable part of your voice. Bing! And so you should probably work on the comfortable part of your voice and get that good. And yes, work on the highs and lows, but don't just focus on them like I did. Again, every voice is different. Maybe you can focus on it. Maybe you can't. Whatever feels, and when I say feel, you can't feel your vocal cords, your musculature around your vocal cords. Because oftentimes, I'm really getting into this, oftentimes your muscles around here, they start to really want to work and help you sing. But you shouldn't let them help you sing. Anyways, I was stressing my voice, and I had just stress in general from school and lots of things. Anyways, I was singing low and loud to Avi and patching the stage, and I was just I'd probably doing it for an hour about, and I felt a muscle here just go. It's like just something small but noticeable, and I was like, oh, it's kind of weird. I kept singing. I felt it a little bit. I was like, oh, that's kind of odd. Maybe I'll stop singing, give myself a break. Also, something that wasn't in my vocabulary for singing. Breaks? Why? So, this is getting to be a long story, and this is like a big moment. So, anyways, in my music life, and the next day I woke up to go to college. No, I woke up to go to work. Don't remember. I would have woken up early morning. Nighttime, really, in the wee hours of the night, probably 3 a.m. I went to work, probably 2 at that time. So I woke up at 12 in the middle of the night, at the beginning of a new day, 12 a.m. Got to work at 2, blah, blah, blah. Kind of felt it then. And then I went to college afterwards, and during the morning, I could really feel it and whatnot. But when I got to college, I remember swallowing water, and I was just like, I can't swallow water. This really hurts. And so I was turning my neck and swallowing water and oh my gosh, it hurts this way, but it doesn't hurt this way. So it was like that for a while, and it really hurt to sing. It really did. So I just stopped. Very different for me, who was not taking breaks at all. I stopped singing, and for the next 2 years, I mostly sang not at all. And especially for the first couple months, I was swallowing to the side, because the swallowing muscle I didn't know what happened at all. I went to the ear, nose, throat. They said it was fine, everything. So I am self-diagnosing. Not the greatest idea, but I went to an ear, nose, throat. They suggested that maybe something was pulled, so I'm not really self-diagnosing. Anyways, there was a muscle that was pulled here, and just all these muscles. And yeah, I did not sing very much for 2 years. And a year from there is when I started my Months project. I wanted to be creating something. I wanted to be doing something. I wanted to be involved in it. I wanted to be singing in it maybe. But I was like, I can't sing yet. I don't feel comfortable. When I sing for 10 minutes in a day, my voice hurts for the next 2 days. Stuff like that. And so I didn't sing very much at all. And when I did, it was in the most important moments, when I had a song idea or a lyric idea, which I didn't have. So not a lyric idea. I just held it very much dearer than I had before, because I really appreciate it. I only have a very small amount of time that I can sing. Also laughing, I couldn't laugh as much because especially if I'd laugh kind of like that. Right, kind of a higher pitch, falsetto-y kind of laugh, but not like that. But I couldn't do that I could. That would make it sore though. So I'd try not to laugh as much. Just things like that. Try not to speak as much. I remember the first the first week, I wasn't talking at all. I was just guys, if I do talk, I'm going to be really quiet. I'm not going to use my voice very much. It's going to sound like this. And yeah, so I tried to speak as little as possible the first couple weeks. And half a year later, I was starting to get better. I had a speech class, public speaking class, I mean, and my acting kicked in, and I was like, I am going to speak with gumption and blah, 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 and that's how I'd practice every single time I'd practice my speeches, and I overdid it again. That same muscle, I don't remember it being pulled like the same drastic way that it was before, but I did feel it, and it really tightened up, and after that, I had a hard time singing as well. So that kind of like re-injured it, kind of, and so, yeah, then I started my month's project without any words. It was all instrumentals because I wasn't singing at that point. Yeah, I have so much more I could say about that because, life is just huge, a huge mass of a story. But that's all I'm going to share about it. That's the general idea, except for the light at the end of the tunnel, little redemption. This February, when I finish my month's project in January, I feel comfortable to sing in the evenings, not in the mornings. Still don't like singing in the mornings. I can even feel it a little bit when I talk right now. It is the morning time. But it heals a lot quicker, or like within the next day. I'll wake up when it's a little bit irritated the night before. I'll be fine. I recover from it. And so, yeah, yep. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments section. You know where it is. You can subscribe and like. You can share your opinions. Everything you would like to say, you can communicate it. I started singing again in February, and it's just a blessing to sing. We don't understand that, especially I didn't. I'm losing my appreciation for it now that I'm, able to do it easier, but value it a lot. Very thankful for it. Thankful for expressing yourself through vocal folds and sound waves to others. It's a special thing. Okay, so thank you for watching. You should actually be thanking me for taking the time to tell this story and edit. So you can thank me in the comments below. Okay. See you later. Bye. I don't know why I've been doing these two pieces. Maybe just one. Bye.